Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 23-24 course selection presentation. There's a few changes, some updates, things I want to go over, discuss. We have a list of courses there on the left of the screen. Earth and space, there's been some changes. Physical science is a new one. Nutritional science, unified sports, progressive PE, lifetime fitness, and let's discuss senior release for our upcoming students. Some of the information about counselor scheduling meetings, Naviance requirements. There's a math sequence change, and then I'll discuss where you can locate the course catalog for next year. So first, the big change with math sequencing. We originally used to go Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry. Next year, that will be switching for 23-24 to a sequence of Algebra, Geometry, then Algebra 2. We will be putting that together next year, which means we will have a number of students going into geometry, and we will have a very limited, if any, amount of students taking Algebra 2, because all of the students that are currently in Algebra 2 will be going to geometry, and all of our students in Algebra 1 will be going to geometry. So this change will have a little bit of a bump year where a lot of students will be taking geometry. This change is intended to assist with the higher level maths and the orientation with the Keystone exams, to put geometry in the middle of algebra and Algebra 2. The drop add period, this is just a reminder, a review again and again and again. We're starting this process. Today is January 24th, and the scheduling process will take all the way up until we release student schedules. And even then, students will have an add drop period of time from August, whatever the date is. We don't really choose it yet. Usually it's typically early in August until the first day of school. So up until that time, there's a lot of work. There's a lot of analytics. There's a lot of data that's looked at to create a master schedule for the high school. It is important that you read the course catalog, speak with your teachers, talk to your parents, make your choices wisely, so that way we can make a master schedule for everyone that is articulated in a way that we use all of our resources the most efficient way possible. When we open student schedules, students will have a time from the moment the schedule is open to students until the very first day of school to make a change. This change could be because you got an elective that was on your list that you'd rather to see if you wanted another one. Whatever the reasons, it's a student-initiated schedule change or a parent-initiated schedule change. Those take place up till the first day of school. After the first day of school, requests of that nature will not be honored because we've already begun to initiate the master schedule in place on the first day of school. And too many items will be affected and change in a negative way for the building if too many people start just changing schedules for various reasons. The only thing we will do after the first day is we will correct inaccuracies if things are wrong with your schedule. Graduation requirements are still 24.5. They're labeled there. The requirements are as follows for math, science. They have algebra and biology requirements, FLN for our freshmen, and then English 9 through 12 is a requirement. Some of the pathways you're going to see in the course catalog that you're capable of achieving. These are going to help you align in a way, depending on what your career goals are, to achieve a pathway and also accord. Some of them also have specialized diplomas that go with them. The example is the AP Capstone pathway. If you achieve it, you will receive a AP Capstone diploma from College Board. So that's a unique opportunity to gain something. But these are our pathways as we have them in the course catalog. More information and the courses as they align for each pathway are listed in the course catalog in the front section. ABC pre-apprenticeship program. This is starting to pick up some speed. We're getting a lot of kids taking this. This is a way to get those individuals who are looking to go into industry, into the trades, into their trade quicker, faster, and with more credentialing than their peers that they'll be competing against. So it's something to think about. This is in the course catalog. Some of the certificate programs that we listed in there through RAC, these are items where you could be done with this certificate program when you graduate, and you could go right into a medical assisting job opportunity once complete. Website's there, and this will all be labeled as well in your course catalog. And then also, if you have questions, you can speak to your counselor about these. This is the business management certificate, same thing, speak with your counselor. This is an opportunity to use some of our dual enrollment courses and take some of the courses through RAC to achieve your business management certificate prior to graduating high school. And as we've had many students so far complete this, achieving your associate's degree before or while you graduate, achieving both at the same time. This is a conversation for yourself and your counselors to have, so that way you can ensure that the courses you're taking and picking will lead you down the right path to achieving your associate's degree. Physical science is going to be a 9th grade class next year, and this will be strictly for students who are also taking foundations of algebra. And we will be moving Earth and Space to an 11th and 12th grade class. This is going to be a recommendation to discuss with your science teachers to make sure that Earth and Space is what you should be taking. Nutritional science is going to be another opportunity in our Family Consumer Science department. This is going to be for those students who have completed Nutritional Science 1 with above an 85. Physical education, we have 3, so I'm going to discuss those now. Opportunities are going to be added to the course catalog. The first one is Unified Sports. This is going to be in conjunction with our Unified Ambassadors and Mr. Chappelle. So students may sign up for this, and then ultimately we will review the requests for it, and then we will let students know who we were able to fit in the schedule. This is most likely going to be a single section, so there's going to be some scheduling parameters put around it. Progressive Physical Education is for 12th grade only. This is like an advanced PE class. You're going to be doing a lot of sports and different things. The PE department would be the ones to speak to about this. Lifetime Fitness is, again, another 12th grade opportunity, in addition to the muscular development opportunity that was added last year for seniors to choose from, so they can pick the PE class that they really would like to do. Senior Release. We used to have this here at DBHS years ago. We're going to bring it back with a few more parameters and some strict protocols to ensure that it is being utilized correctly by our seniors. So first and foremost, the top bullet that needs to be achieved: all career artifacts on Naviance are to be completed at the end of your 11th grade year. Your end of the 11th grade year, by the deadline that we set for our career artifacts, you have to have your 8 minimum total artifacts achieved. You have to have an internship completed of any variety and any level. Your Act 158 pathway to graduation has to be completed, has to be done, completed, out of the way, meaning that we don't have to worry about it. There's the 4 pathways. They're also labeled on all of the information on the resources page with what the pathways are and how to achieve them. And you must remain in good academic and attendance standing for the duration of holding senior release. There will also be some more protocols and procedures put into place on how to sign out daily when it's your time to leave, because you will not be here for a full day. So how to sign out so that we know you left for the day. There'll also be a form that will need to go home for your parents to sign, so that way you can, they're aware that you're going to be applying for senior release if you are able to schedule it. This is senior release. There will be no delayed starts. Everyone starts at the same time, 7:35. That has to do with our attendance and reporting for PDE. So everyone needs to start on time so we can get our correct attendance taken in the first period of the day. And then if you have everything built up for credit-wise, that you do not need a full schedule of credits, and you can schedule them in the morning, you can look to early release out in the afternoon once you have met all of the requirements in the application process. We've added some advanced placement and dual enrollment classes. We are most likely going to be up to at least 31 unless anything changes. We're in the process of getting those approved. And advanced placements, we've added Spanish this year. So we're up to 24 for those offerings. So we have plenty of offerings. Hopefully everyone can find an opportunity that they would like to take part in either RAC dual enrollment or advanced placement. These are great opportunities to push yourself academically, hopefully making yourself stronger as you go through your career here at DBHS. Career opportunities, we have our Career Innovation Coordinator, Ms. Rapchinsky, and our counselors working hard to continually add opportunities for students to get experiences out in the real world. There's many things that you can read. There's many videos that you can watch about possible career opportunities and what careers are. But there's no better way to truly understand what a career is than to speak to someone that's actually in the career and go to wherever that career is taking place, whether it be an office, a job site, or a factory, and look and see what they do on a day-to-day basis and talk to the person that's, boots on the ground for that job. So more opportunities than ever for our internships, and they are always expanding. So definitely something to think about, specifically if senior release is something that you would like to do. So the scheduling process is going to be a little bit different this year. We're going to use a process that we have been using in previous years. We're going to move all of the study halls to the auditorium beginning next week. All study halls, every period of the day, will be in the auditorium. Once you get to the auditorium, you're going to split up by last names in the way the grid is labeled there on this slide. So the stage is going to be in the front. Mrs. Sweet will be at a table in front of her section. Mrs. McColgan will be at a table in front of her section, and Mrs. Cannon will be at a table in front of her section. This is going to enable us to schedule the majority of the students in the student body without interrupting any classes. We will not have to call into a classroom to find a student. Students will not have to be given special passes to come to the counseling office. This will all be done in the auditorium over approximately 2 weeks from January 30th all the way to February 15th. The majority of students will be able to schedule this way with their counselor. They will call you up. While you are waiting in study hall, there's a few things that you should be working on, specifically if senior release is ever something that you want to think about down the road. Your Naviance task for your career readiness artifacts, and then reviewing the course catalog to make sure that when you come up for your meeting, you do have some sense of what you want to try to sign up for the following year. The other item that you can look at that you should have in your Naviance is your pathway organizer from the previous year. Everyone should have taken a photo of it when you wrote down the courses in your pathway organizer, and you should have saved it to your Naviance account as an artifact. You can go back and pull that up in Naviance and be able to see the progression of courses that you've taken over the years. So this is going to take place, like I said, January 30th to February 15th. That's when the majority of students will be scheduled or through their scheduling meetings with their counselors. And then we will figure about the next week after the 15th to start getting students who might not have had study halls, were absent for whatever reason, just did not get a chance to meet with their counselors. And we will start getting them called in through the counseling office to get their scheduling meetings completed, with the focus of everyone having their course request into their counselors, having their meeting prior to March 1st. So that way on March 1st, we're able to send out all of the course recommendations in the parent portal for the parents to sign off on them. But in the meantime, parents, you will be able to see your students' pathway organizer through Naviance, which they will take a picture at the end of their meeting and upload it as an artifact on the Naviance. for you to view until those course recommendation sheets come through the Infinite Campus portal. And that is it. That's the last slide. I want to thank everyone. And again, if there's any questions on the scheduling process, your first point of contact is going to be your school counselor, and your second point of contact is going to be your grade level assistant principal to try to get you assistance and your questions on course scheduling for 23-24. Thank you.